In the middle of Jordan's desert lies a city carved entirely from red sandstone, lost for centuries and now one of the world's most breathtaking wonders. Welcome to Petra. The journey into Petra begins with a walk. You step into a narrow canyon. The walls rise hundreds of feet on both sides. Sunlight struggles to reach the sandy floor, casting long, cool shadows. The walls are a canvas of colors: red, pink, orange, brown. Look closely. Ancient water channels still trace the stone. Each turn builds anticipation. Through a final sliver of darkness, something bright appears. The path opens into light. There, standing before you, is the treasury. Its face glows pinkish red, a work of art that stops everyone in their tracks. Petra, the lost city in stone, reveals its first secret. The people who built this astonishing city were the Nabataeans, masters of the desert, an Arab people who lived here more than 2,000 years ago, at the crossroads of ancient trade. They were not empire builders through war, but through commerce and survival, clever, resourceful, and deeply practical. They knew how to find water where others could not. They understood the rhythms of the desert, the paths of the stars, and the flow of commerce. Their kingdom flourished from the 4th century BC to the 1st century AD. They grew rich by guiding and taxing the movement of goods. Arabia, Egypt, Syria, frankincense, myrrh, spices from India, fine silk from China. Petra, their capital, was perfectly positioned and naturally defended. The narrow SEQ made the city easy to secure. The rock was not just a wall, it was a canvas, a building material, a home. They carved their tombs, temples, and audience halls directly from the cliffs. They blended Greek, Roman, and Egyptian designs into something uniquely Nabataean. A vibrant city thrived here in the wilderness. They understood the land and turned its challenges to their advantage. Skilled engineers, talented artists, savvy diplomats. Petra stands as a monument to Nabataean resilience, creativity, and genius. They did not merely build a city. They sculpted an entire mountain range. The most famous building in Petra is Al-Khazna, the treasury. The facade rises nearly 130 feet, carved straight into a cliff. A Bedouin legend named it for the urn above. People once shot at it, hoping to break a treasure. But the urn is solid stone. The treasury was likely a royal tomb. After the ornate exterior, its interior is simple, a sacred space for the dead. Morning pinks, midday reds, late crimson, the light animates the carvings all day. High in the hills lies the monastery, reached by more than 800 carved steps. Broader and taller than the treasury, its design is powerful, less ornate, and awe-inspiring. Christian monks later used it, leaving crosses on the inner walls. Back in the valley, the royal tombs line the cliffs like grand houses for the dead. Urn tomb, silk tomb, Corinthian, palace tomb, each with its own character and story of wealth. How could a city thrive in such dryness? The answer was water. They collected, stored, and distributed every drop through channels carved with exact gradients. Hundreds of plastered cisterns kept water clean, cool, and ready for use. Water for people and animals, bathing and rituals, even gardens, terraces, and farms within Petra. Imagine running water in fountains in a desert city, a miracle for visiting caravans. Today, the empty channels and silent tanks are eloquent ghosts of engineering genius. They carved top-down, standing on finished tiers as natural scaffolds. Precise, patient, unforgiving work. Soft enough for iron and bronze tools, hard enough to endure millennia. Facades first, then hollowed rooms, subtractive architecture, beauty revealed by removal. For centuries, Petra was vibrant and powerful, but its golden age could not last. Devastating earthquakes, especially in 363 AD, shattered buildings and waterworks. Without water's steady flow, life struggled. Then global trade shifted to sea routes. Faster, cheaper, caravans bypassed Petra. Its income dried up, people moved on, the population dwindled. Bedouin families kept living around Petra, using tombs and caves as shelter. To the outside world, it became a legend, a sleeping city under sand and time. In 1812, Johann Ludwig Burckhardt, traveling under local disguise, sought the rumored city. Led through the sick, he became the first European in centuries to see the treasury. His journals and drawings reintroduced Petra to a stunned world. From legend to living heritage, Petra returned to global memory. A lost world reborn, its stones still speaking across the ages. Today, Petra is no longer a lost city. Designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1985, it is cherished worldwide. Hundreds of thousands make the pilgrimage each year. They walk the CQ and gaze upon its wonders. A visit requires planning. The site is enormous. You will do a lot of walking. Comfortable shoes are essential. Bring plenty of water, especially in hotter months. Best times: spring, March to May, and autumn, September to November. Entry fees help protect and preserve this fragile city. Check current prices and opening hours. They can change. Petra's modern story is inseparable from the Bedouin who have long called it home. You will see them guiding visitors on camels and donkeys, selling handmade jewelry and colorful scarves, and brewing sweet, fragrant tea over small fires. Sit with a host, sip tea, and listen. It connects you to Petra's living soul. They are guardians of the city's spirit. On select evenings, Petra by night casts a spell. You walk by candlelight through the dark canyon, a moving experience. You sit before the illuminated facade, listening to music and stories beneath the stars. The candlelight breathes across the stone, from warm orange to deep red, a quiet moment that binds present to ancient past. Petra is a profound testament to the dialogue between human ambition and the natural world. The Nabataeans did not conquer the landscape. They collaborated with it. Their works were born from the stone itself. Great civilizations rise and fall, roots shift, earthquakes shatter, sand lets cities sleep. Yet their message, carved in rock, endures. Leaving Petra, you feel awe and humility. You think of the hands that chiseled, the caravans that rested, the water that gave life. Petra's beauty is unforgettable. In the end, while lives are fleeting and empires turn to dust, stone holds memory. In Petra, those stories are told in a language of silent, breathtaking beauty.